Before installing this mount, please make sure you read the manual thoroughly. Tool check. To install this product, you will need an electric drill, a 7/32" drill bit, a 1/2" wrench or socket, a Phillips screwdriver, a level, a pencil, and an electronic stud finder. It's also a good idea to have an awl or small nail to verify stud locations. Parts check. Check carefully to make sure there are no missing or damaged parts. Depending on your installation, you may not need every part provided. If any parts are missing or damaged, contact customer service by calling 1-800-359-5520 to have the part sent directly to you. Step 1. Attach the ceiling plate to the ceiling. Please note, if possible, install the ceiling plate using the plate's smaller round holes. It is acceptable to use one round hole and one slotted hole. The slotted holes require 8x40mm washers, which are not provided. Use an electronic stud finder to locate and mark a stud. At this time, it's a good idea to verify stud location with an awl or thin nail. Taking into consideration the overall size of your television, hold the ceiling plate against the ceiling to verify the correct location for your mount. Mark 2 hole locations with a pencil. After you have marked the hole locations, use the 7/32" drill bit to drill the 2 hole locations to a depth of 2.5 inches. Attach the ceiling plate using the 2 lag bolts and lag bolt washers. Tighten the bolts with the socket wrench. Do not over-tighten the bolts. Step 2. Attach the extension tube assembly to the ceiling plate. First, determine the placement of the extension tubes. The long and short tubes are interchangeable to match the requirements of your specific install. Place the top of the appropriate extension tube against the ceiling plate. Lock the extension tube into place with one screw. Tighten the screw with the hex key. Attach the coupler to the bottom of the extension tube. Lock the coupler into place with one screw. Tighten the screw with the hex key. Attach the top of the remaining extension tube to the coupler. Lock the extension tube into place with one screw. Tighten the screw with the hex key. Place the connector on the bottom of the extension tube assembly. Lock the coupler into place with 2 screws. Tighten the screws with the hex key. Note, the connector must line up below the coupler as shown. Step 3. Attach the monitor brackets to the back of your monitor. First, determine the screw diameter your monitor requires. Hand thread a screw into the insert on the back of the monitor. If you encounter any resistance, stop and select another screw diameter until you have the correct size. The long screws should only be used with spacers, or they could crack the monitor case or damage your TV's internal components. For monitors with a flat back, proceed to Step 3-1. If you have a monitor with an irregular back, or you need extra space to accommodate cables, recesses, or protrusions, proceed to Step 3-2. The following steps only outline standard configurations. If you have a special application, contact customer service at 1-800-359-5520. Step 3-1. Attach the monitor brackets to a monitor with a flat back. Position the monitor brackets on the back of the monitor and ensure they are level. Thread the short bolt through the appropriate lock washer and flat washer, followed by the monitor bracket and finally into the monitor. Tighten the bolt with a Phillips screwdriver. Step 3-2. Attach the monitor brackets to a monitor with a curved back or obstruction. Position the monitor brackets on the back of the monitor and ensure they are level. Thread the long bolt through the appropriate lock washer, flat washer, and the monitor bracket. Add the appropriate spacer between the monitor bracket and the monitor. Thread the bolt through the spacer, flat washer, and into the monitor. Tighten the bolt with a Phillips screwdriver. Please note, if you are using the smaller spacer, you will have to add an additional flat washer between the monitor bracket and spacer. Step 4. Attach the VISE assemblies. Before attaching the arm assembly to the monitor, 2 VISE assemblies must be attached to each monitor bracket. To attach a VISE assembly, position it on the bracket. Then thread a carriage bolt into the bracket, through the vise assembly, out of the bracket, and into a fastener nut. Do not over-tighten the nut. The vise assembly must be able to rotate freely around the bolt. Step 5. Attach the arm assembly to the monitor. Center the arm assembly between the monitor brackets, laying it flat against the back of the monitor. Insert the cross tubes through the monitor brackets and arm assembly. Using an Allen wrench, tighten the fasteners in the vise assemblies. Only tighten the fasteners until the cross tubes cannot move. Step 6. Attach the monitor and arm assembly to the extension tube assembly. Please note, before proceeding, verify the extension tube assembly and monitor brackets are firmly fixed to the ceiling and the back of the monitor respectively. With the help of an assistant, attach the monitor and arm assembly to the extension tube assembly. The slot on the arm assembly will drop onto the tab on the connector. Thread the safety bolt into the hole on top of the arm assembly and tighten with a Phillips screwdriver. Step 7. Adjust the monitor position. Step 7-1. Adjust the level. If your monitor does not appear perfectly level after mounting, use an Allen wrench to loosen the bolts on the arm assembly. Using a level, roll the monitor clockwise or counterclockwise until it is square with its surroundings. Then retighten the bolts to secure the monitor in place. Step 7-2. Adjust the up and down pitch tension. To adjust the up and down pitch tension, tighten or loosen the knobs on the arm assembly until you reach your desired tension. Step 7-3. Adjust the left and right swivel tension. Caution! To avoid potential injuries or property damage, remove the safety bracket only to adjust the swivel tension nut. Return the safety bracket to its fixed position directly following the adjustment. When it is in fixed position, the safety bracket's top hex hole is secured around the swivel tension nut. Remove the safety bracket from the arm assembly by sliding it upward. Using the hex hole on the flat surface as a wrench, tighten or loosen the swivel tension nut on the top of the arm assembly until you reach your desired swivel tension. Then return the safety bracket to its fixed position. Step 8. Install the cable management system. Route your TV cables along the monitor bracket, across the top cross tube, into the opening on the extension tube assembly, and through the extension tube assembly. Leave enough slack to allow the monitor to move freely. You are now ready to enjoy your newly mounted flat panel television. Thank you for your interest in this Sanus flat panel TV wall mount. If you have any problems with this product or have questions about installation, please do not return it to the store. Instead, contact customer service at 1-800-359-5520.